Well, hello, Sagittarius. Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. I want to wait for everyone to come into the room. Sagittarius, this is going to be a love reading, okay? Because I think I've uploaded your general, so you will have your general tonight. All right, you're the oh shoot. Technically, I'm gonna have to do Virgo. I don't know. They're gonna get me. But anyway, this is going to be a love reading where I do all signs. You guys are very familiar with this. You know, I've done this before. So we're going to start with just what's coming in for you. And then we're going to go ahead and do it per sign. Okay. So whatever sign you're dealing with or will be dealing with, that's what we're going to talk about. Okay. Let me go ahead and say hello to a few of you. Hey, Ray. Hey, Chatty Chicky. Hey, Miss Sassy. Hey, Jobina. Miss Sassy, where have you been? Jobina, where have you been? Love and Warrior, hello. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get into the reading. We're going to start with just, like I said, just the general part of the reading, and then we're going to get into the signs. So this is for Sagittarius. Oh, Sagitation. That's going to be a new word we're going to come up with, which is so funny. Anyway, oh, Fool card here. Oh, you know what I'm getting? I'm tired of playing the fool. Y'all know I don't say that just because the fool card comes out, right? But it's a combination of the two cards that I see. All right. I'm tired of playing the fool. I'm tired of being the fool. I am tired of being in connections with people who don't follow through on what they say they're going to do. And this is the reason why when I get into relationships, this is the reason why I hold back. Now, I'm talking as if I'm y'all, by the way, okay? Because this is what's coming out. This is the reason why I hold back when I get into connections. And there is someone in your reading that has been giving you the flux. There is someone here that you are disappointed with, or a connection that you're disappointed about. Okay. Now I like the Fool card because it's like, yeah, you've been through that. You've been through that, yeah, Sagittarius. But I got something else for you. I'm gonna bring something else in here for you. So I'm gonna heal your heart. Okay, it's gonna be a new beginning. Things that you've never seen or experienced with anybody else. This is gonna be something new. All right, let's keep going. Ace of Swords. Oof. I'm going to talk to those specifically who are single. I want to talk to you for a second. Because for you, this new beginning actually makes you feel some kind of way. The Ace of Swords could be anything, but not in this reading. Because there is something new with that Fool card, the Ace of Swords specifically talks about the feeling of winning. You feel like you are on top. You see that bird sitting on top of that sword? Oh, yeah. You are free to fly wherever you want to go. You're going to be just like the other birds that you see flying high in the sky, you know, not looking through the window and watching everybody else, you know, have fun and be with their partner and enjoy, you know, looking at pictures on what? I don't have Facebook, but I guess people still post pictures on Facebook and Instagram. You're going to be a participant in the thing that you have been wanting. That is what this Ace of Swords is basically saying. And that's what makes this so unique, because it already told you it's going to be something new or a new start for you where you feel like you are on top. And let me tell you how it's going to happen. Here you are, you're minding your business, right? Okay. You're driving down the street. You got your windows rolled down because you see the air coming in, right? It's feeling good. For some odd reason, you have this sense of peace. You got the radio playing. right? You just feel like something good is about to happen. And so what do? You get to your destination, you get out the car and you got the bags in your hand and you're walking to the car, right? And you're starting to notice that people are starting to notice you. You're like, oh, and that person was attractive. This person was attractive. Yeah, they were watching, they were looking. They didn't say anything though. They didn't say anything, but that's okay. You still feel good. You still feel good. You still feel alive, right? You go home, you go to sleep, and then you wake up the next day and you start your day again, and then boom, something happens. This is the most serendipitous energy I have seen in a reading. Because it's the exact same thing that you have been wanting and wishing for, and the universe is about to make it happen for you. Okay? Now, this is why I was targeting that part of the reading for the singles, because it is definitely a singles reading so far. We're going to get to the couples in a minute. Once I know what it looks like for you, that's all I'm going to say, right? For singles, oh yeah. All right, let's keep going. Four of Cups. Okay. Now, there's someone who doesn't like the fact that you're about to have a new beginning. There's someone who doesn't like that. There's someone who feels some kind of way because you were able to move on past them, or that you didn't have to talk to them anymore. They weren't a need for you. There wasn't anything there where you just felt like you had to hold on to it anymore. But this is the thing. This person doesn't want to let you go. They're still hanging around. They're still lurking around. They're still sending messages. They're still sending texts like, hey, Sagittarius, hey, don't forget about me over here now. They're pretending like they don't know that you're dating, but they know that you are. But things are different this time. You may have dated before, and they're like, I got my hooks into Sag, like they're gonna come back, and you did. But this time is different. You're not as attentive. You're not returning the phone calls or the texts as quick as you used to. All of those things are not happening. And now they're like, oh, wait a minute. I feel a little neglected here. And so guess what they're going to do? They're going to call even more. So just know that you got two people in your reading. Because now someone is demanding attention and they don't like the fact that you're not giving them what you used to, which is your energy, your time, your body. Okay? See, you were there for them when they were trying to figure it out, right? You knew it was other people involved. Most of you knew. And you were like, oh, I'll just give it a little time. They'll decide. I'll give it a little time. What happens? See, when a person lollygagged, the universe was actually giving them a sign. They were lollygagging, dilly-dallying, and now someone is moving in on their spot. And so here with the Sun card, it's like, oh, all of a sudden you feel refreshed, you feel happy, you feel, like I said before that Sun card came out, remember when I said you feel like alive again? Because see, something is happening here. The same thing that you've been hoping and praying for and wishing for is going to happen just like this. And I'm talking about the type of person that you want emotionally, because they could actually look a little bit different from what you dreamed of. They could. Maybe they're a little shorter. Okay. They have a good job. Maybe it's more blue collared, but you're falling. You like the way that this feels. You got the sun in the future, by the way. The sun is sitting in your future position. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is for Sag. I'm going to go ahead and pull all the cards because we got a lot to go. We got a lot to get through. That's the Devil. That's the Nine of Wands. You've been loyal as hell to somebody. That's the Four of Wands. I'm going to take it as trying to. Boom. That's right. Ace of Cups. You got two different people. There's a new love here and a past love. And this past love is in their feelings. Like they are truly in their feelings. How dare you? Like, not saying that they know that they know you deserve better. But the thing is, they've gotten comfortable with you being there. And you were comfortable with being there. How do we know? The devil. You were comfortable with them being there. You were comfortable in this spot of toxicity and a lack of commitment, the ups and the downs, right? The Nine of Wands is saying it was just too much for you. And even still, you didn't leave. You had plenty of opportunities, plenty of time to make a decision to move away from this person a long time ago. And you were like, that's okay, I'm strong enough. Because see, remember, perseverance, endurance, this lets you know that you are committed to this, right? But the devil is before it. And it's like, that's not what the universe is basically telling you. That's not the definition of a loyal partner. But you really wanted something to work. You were desiring it so bad, and it destroyed a lot of your emotional energy. Okay? Now, things are about to stable out. Now, pay attention to how the cards are developing. Okay? This is you now and in the present, past and the present. I'm sorry. This energy is still here for most of you, where you're still, because again, I see you deciding between two different people, and a new person ain't came in here yet. And again, you got the past person that's still trying to, keep their claws in you, still trying to make sure that everything is like, okay, that you don't go anywhere. They don't want you to move forward. So you're still here. A lot of you stuck in a karmic bond with someone who you know for a fact isn't good for you, because how many times have they told you that you're going to move in together, or that they're going to give you a ring, and they kept on pushing things back, delaying things, even not even following through on simple plans. You plan to go on vacation together, that type of stuff. They start canceling on you. They don't come over. They cancel on you. Start doing stuff that's just is causing havoc in your heart. Okay, so this is what has been happening. This is what's still happening for a lot of you. But then something happens. You got the Four of Wands. Four of Wands always talks about stabilizing yourself. You're resting here. You see how this is in the back. If you notice how the artist drew this is usually the Judgment card, right? That's the Judgment card. Now, with you, you've been down here for too long. Spirit, the universe is like, baby, you need to get up. That's the whole TikTok trend. Get up, right? Get up. Okay. And so you're being reborn. You're awakening to something, to even yourself, right? Because whatever you've been at, this ain't been it. Because a lot of y'all have been feeling undesired and unwelcome with this person for a very long time, but you kept on pushing it to the side. Maybe I'm overthinking it. They do show me love every now and then. They do show me, and they weren't doing it consistently. So now the universe is like, wake up call. You're going to get up and stand on your feet. And then there's something that's going to be stable with you with this new connection. Y'all already know the Ace of Cups to me could be a reconciliation. It could be a new love. It's both for you. How? Because there's two different people. And so a lot of you guys are struggling leaving someone behind. Now, I'm not going to stay on this because this is your read. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and we're going to see how it ends, and we're going to get to the zodiacs. Let's see. This is for Sag. 2 popped over. I'm taking it. You got the 6 of Pentacles. Ain't that crazy? Come on. And I'm not judging you. I'm not. But remember, I'm like the sister. Okay. For some of y'all, I'm like your mama. I get it. Whatever. Okay. But you already know that this wasn't given. Some of y'all stay in a relationship because the person did give you money. They gave you tangible things, but they sure didn't give it to you emotionally. And that's what you really wanted. You thought that you were going to be able to put on them, you'll put it on them and they'll stay. Or you just love the fact that they were pampering you, but you were just like every other person that they were giving money to. It wasn't a balanced connection. Very charming individual for the most part. I feel like some of you guys were dealing with someone, not all. Some of you guys were definitely dealing with someone who was they could have had some money. They could have had some things going for themselves, right? And so you like that about them. And even if it wasn't the money, it was the charm. They can charm you. Okay, very seductive energy for a few of you. That's showing up. There we go. This is a card that, and this, I guess it still means that, running in and out. This person gave you the damn blues, baby. This person gave you the blues. Okay? Running in and out. And see, this person is doing what? Tearing things up. They were reckless in their ways. Okay? But because they were charming, because they were seductive, because they had some money, they had a little bit things going for them, you stuck. And now you're sitting over here looking like the character in that movie Straw. I didn't even see that, but I'm just looking at the images from that movie. Y'all look sad. Okay, so now the universe is like, enough is enough. That's what we saw with the whole calling. Okay, that resurrection. Now we're going to go ahead, and what we're going to do, I was supposed to be using this day. Dang it, I was supposed to use that day. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull up these cards. Give me a second. Let me grab my phone. 1 second, y'all. And of course, we're going to do the zodiac signs, and we're going to start with Aries. We're going to start with Aries. I'm going to pull this up. I definitely wished I was supposed to use these. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So for the Sagittariuses that are dealing with Aries, we're going to be pulling 3 cards. What I'm going to do, I'm going to describe your relationship, the outcome, some characteristics about this person. You could be with them, okay? Or you could be dating them. Or this could be someone that you're going to end up dating, all right? All right, so this is for Sagittarius dealing with Aries. Sagittarius dealing with Aries. You got the 5 of Wands. You got the 8 of Swords. Man, Aries is not doing good. I mean, even when I did this for Taurus, anybody dealing with an Aries, I don't remember the cards that came out, but it was not looking good. And so even with this one, this just feels like, I don't go off my feeling. Okay. I know what it's saying, but I'm trying to figure out the difference between this one and the other one. I'm not seeing it. There's another person involved. Heavy other person. And truly, I feel like you could be used as an excuse, a little bit to get this, the other person off this person's mind. I'm not liking this Aries energy. Again, it looks like there's just a whole lot of other competition. It feels like this person isn't really ready for a commitment to me at all. What they're doing isn't practical because they already know that they're still latching on or still hooked on another person. I'm not liking it. I feel like as far as the characteristics with them, I don't know. I just feel like even their disposition don't necessarily feel the best. I'm not saying it's the worst, but I feel like they're definitely feeling bound by another person. And this could be a wife, a husband, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, something like that. But I don't see them being as free as they want to. And sometimes it's work. Okay. Their job could be the most important thing. And you are not important according to this particular reading. It's either a person or their working career. I don't see you thriving with this Aries. If you are a Sagittarius and you are dealing with a Taurus, if you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Taurus, you have the Five of Swords, you have the Eight of Cups. I just feel distancing or distant. Don't know why. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Taurus, I feel like the separation is here. Distance, separation, estrangement, or something like that. You're not talking to this person. Do I see them coming back? Yeah. But I definitely see that there is a space in between. I don't know what they're doing. It's not necessarily telling me what they're doing, but I'm not seeing any communication at this moment. Or it's going to be really hard for you to get things out of this individual, okay? I feel like this Taurus person in general is having some issues, some difficulties. They are worried about their finances. I see that. I feel like for some of them, there could be family issues that they're dealing with, okay? So, I mean, I'm not saying that it can't work, but you are going to be going through, the trenches with this Taurus person. But I do see that they will be communicating. Okay. That's what I'm seeing for the Sagittarian and Taurus individual. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Gemini, if you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Gemini, let's see what comes out here for you. You have the Three of Wands. You have the Two of Wands. Definitely could be, you're dealing with a Gemini. I don't know why. I feel like there could be a kid involved. I don't know who could have a child. Okay. And the Six of Pentacles. Ugh, okay. All right. Here we go again. I just feel like right now it's kind of up in the air, literally. Okay. When it comes to this Gemini, there's other things getting in the way. I'm not saying it can't be a person. I'm not saying that, but it's a little bit almost kind of close to what I said with Taurus. I just feel like this person could have work issues or money issues or something like that I'm saying. I feel like, the Gemini individual could, is this a friend? Oh no. Okay, damn. I feel like if you're dealing with a Gemini, there's somebody around this Gemini that you think is a friend. I'm not saying that they did anything with this person, but I do believe that they have feelings for this person. Okay? Because they're trying to decide on you, but the reason why they're kind of holding back is because it's someone of a friend nature in their energy. And you just think that they're their friend, but I'm seeing that this person is connected to them a little bit more than just a friend. Like I said before, it doesn't have to be a sexual thing, but feelings is enough. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to this Gemini, it's up in the air. It really is. And it's going to be up to you, because if you decide, if you're not getting what you are supposed to get from this Gemini, if they are not as reciprocal, that's going to be your answer. Okay. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Cancer, if you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Cancer, oof. This Cancer is sneaky as shit. When I tell you this Cancer is sneaky, it's all hell. They be taking risk with man. And I'm not saying all of them, right? This definitely could be someone new that you will be talking to. But one thing that I can tell you is that I do see you guys talking. I do see that. I see them wanting to see you. I see all of that. I do. I see all of that. But I don't want this to end up being a one-night stand. Not in that way. Not a one-night stand. But what is another word? There's a word that I always say. Illicit, a love affair. Right? You will almost feel like it ended just as quick as it started, type of thing. And they may come back, right? But I'm not liking how flighty this person is. I don't like the fact that they can come in whenever they want, or they can kind of, come in whenever they feel, is that type of thing. I also believe that this Cancer is having some money issues. Big time. And I mean, big time. And they may have a tendency to use or be a little deceptive in their relationships. Of course, you guys already know not all Cancers are like that, but I'm saying this particular Cancer that I'm seeing. Of course, tomorrow we could be seeing a completely different energy. But today, this particular Cancer, I'm not liking like that. They could be dealing with multiple people. They could be dealing with a Capricorn. They could be dealing with a Virgo. And it could be you, really. Okay. But I don't know. It's just a reckless energy with this Cancer. And, like I said, the money part I don't like. So they can't really pop off the way that they really want to. That's one thing that I can tell you. All right. Or this is going to be someone that you are going to be meeting in the future, because this is either now or in the future, y'all. Okay. So I'm going to tell you the way I told Taurus, make sure you bookmark this. Now, if you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Leo, if you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Leo, I'm not going to tell you what Leo was and Taurus, but let's see. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Leo, you got 3 of Pentacles. Fool card. All right. What? Leo is popping off. Leo, I'm gonna have to do another Leo reading. I did one other day, but I did it combined, so I got to see what there says. I don't remember. This doesn't look bad. Okay, this feels new. It feels new. It feels like the Leo has just gotten over somebody, or they are definitely over somebody. So I'm not seeing where it's like, oh, they're still holding on to their past, baby. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay. This is a new beginning for them. Here with the Fool card, they even had the one here with the Magician. Like, they are ready for it. And I would say that they're kind of enthusiastic about you being in their life. Like, I see that they are going to be cooperative with certain things. I think Leo was really good with Taurus too. So Leo was having some really good energy. I see they're going to be very cooperative. You could meet this person at your job or at some kind of work. Okay. I don't know why I'm feeling that Sagittarius is going to be meeting someone of the Leo energy and in the work field. Okay. This could be at a seminar. It could be something like that. This could be you leaving some type of seminar. This could be you leaving work, getting in your car, your truck, or something like that. But it does look like this is a strong work energy for you, Sagittarius. Okay. And I like this person's energy. I really do. I like the fact that they're coming in here with like a clean slate. Like, I don't see anything from the past here. I do feel like they've been healing and they're healed. Okay. Of course, not all Leos, but it's no coincidence that even again, when I pull their cards, it looks good for them. So if you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Leo, it looks pretty decent. All right. So if you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Virgo, if you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Virgo, let's see what comes out. Oof. Oh boy. All right, let's see. Sagittarius dealing with a Virgo. Dealing with a Virgo. Six of Swords. This person is the type of person that will avoid blame at all costs. They are complicated in every way, shape, and form. Very complicated. And I'm not saying that they're doing it on purpose, but I do believe that like they're the type of person who's trying not to get in any kind of tussle with anybody in relationships. So for you, you could be like, oh, why can't we talk about X, Y, and Z? Or why can't we? And they're just like, they don't want to talk about it. Very avoidant right now. And it could be just because they just need some peace. Okay, with the Six of Swords. This person needs some peace. Here you have the Three of Wands and you have the King of Cups. So, and yeah, this looks pretty decent. Thank you so much, Ivy. Thank you. So let me just tell you. First of all, like I said before, the Virgo is very indecisive. You're going to be getting this energy for a while. It makes so much sense because I already know what's happening with Virgo in their chart. So this is exactly what they're experiencing. This is not bad though. Okay, Taurus kind of have a little bit of difficulty with Virgo. I don't know how it worked. I don't think it was good. But for you, it's like they like you, and I hate to say it this way. It's like they like you, but it's something about your personality or something about you where they're like, I'm not quite sure if Sagittarius is my person. You get what I'm saying? You're going to definitely feel that with this individual. Okay, you're going to feel it heavy. So I feel like they're going to give you a chance. Yes, I feel like this could have a potential to go somewhere. Yeah, but it has just much as a potential to not go anywhere. I mean, literally, when I tell you this can go either way with the Virgo, it really can. I'm just saying that, there's trouble or problems that's going to pop up in a relationship, and it just seems like it's going to continue, So, but, it's going to be up to you because part of this is a journey card. And truly, like I said, this can go either way. What do I see here as far as the characteristics of Virgo? I feel like they're a very caring individual. I do. I feel like they can love very strongly based on whoever this person is. I feel like they're going to be achieving a lot in their career. All right. This person could be an actor. Okay. Or they could be a newscaster. It's something that they do that I feel like it's going to be very charitable, or they're going to be giving back to people in some kind of way. Okay. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Libra, oh boy, Libra. Every time I do this read and I do Libra, I mean, I'm talking about for the past 3 years when I've done these type of readings. Libra. They be getting a bad rep, okay? Libra always got somebody else, or a Libra know how to wheel you back in and then just completely break your heart. But let's see if that's the case for you, because they may actually like you. So let's see. Sagittarius dealing with the Libra. There we go. I should have known. Damn. You got the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Lovers. This Libra is a lover boy or a lover girl. If it's a divine masculine, I can assure you that this individual, and I'm not saying it can't be with the divine feminine, but I can assure you that this person has multiple kids. They've had and have many lovers. They like a variety of people, a variety of individuals, baby. They will frustrate the hell out of you. I feel like this is someone that can, I don't know. I feel like this could also be someone who's family oriented, but not necessarily in the family. They suffer from a sense of discontentment. I hate to say this, but they're so easy to read. Okay. And I ain't never been with a Libra ever. So it's not coming from any type of person or anything. They're the type of person that will shake their head, and and be like, I understand everything that you're saying. Yes, I understand exactly what you want. Yes, I understand. I understand. And baby, when I tell you they do not, they always have their options open. So I don't really know what to say with this Libra. I feel, like I said before, children is definitely something that I see. Multiple lovers is something that I definitely see. A lover boy, a lover girl is all up in this reading. They do make you feel special. They really, really do. There's someone that can make you fall in love with them very easily, very quickly. There's this magnetism about them that is crazy, very romantic, but with the scent, like a little hint of like commitment, they will run away or they will make an excuse to do so. I'm just telling you. I see this mostly with divine masculine. If this is a divine feminine, I would say she has to, he or she, divine feminine, you know what that means, could have the same kind of qualities, but with the divine feminine, it would be more so of a lack of accountability. They don't really see what they're doing is wrong. They don't understand why they're not in a relationship. The divine masculine completely understand. They completely understand. That was rough. And I just, again, like I said, it's not all Libras, but man, like Libras be getting it in for real, for real. Thank you so much again, Ivy. All right. If you are a Sagittarius and you are dealing with a Scorpio, let's see what's happening here with Scorpio, with Sagittarius and with a Scorpio. You have the Ten of Swords. You have the Five of Swords. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Y'all know this ain't gonna work. You know this ain't gonna work. You got a battle everywhere. You fight, you make up and break up. You fight, you make up and break up. And I think I actually said this. It's almost like the same thing for Taurus. I don't know why Scorpio is in this energy. Like there's this internal battle that's going on with them about what they really want. It feels like they're taking it out on people. Okay. It's just, I don't know. So it's like you're in it, but you know this ain't gonna go nowhere. And you know how some people actually be in relationships like that. I can't. Like if I know something ain't gonna go nowhere, I'm like, damn, I still want to waste my time. But one thing I can tell you, I think that you guys, you dig each other. Okay. I do. I do believe that there is something about you two where there's some sort of chemistry. You like to talk, you like to do stuff like that. But man, it's war. You got the Ten of Swords, you got the Five of Swords in the middle of the read. So you're going to have to make some decisions. You even had war here. You had battle even in the background. Okay. I feel like this Scorpio is very much so focusing on their money. Okay. I feel like part of their money, maybe it's the money situation. Maybe they're not exactly where they want to be financially, maybe they've lost some money. Maybe they've had some setbacks. That could be the reason why. It doesn't necessarily have to be another person, but I feel like they're taking things out on you. Okay. That's just something that I'm saying. All right. For Scorpio. If you are a Sagittarius and you are dealing with a Sagittarius, you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Sagittarius. Let's see what comes out. Damn, this is not equally yoked at all. Taurus, they just loved on each other. They were just, they were like, what is that called? Love, hate with you and this person, and with you and another Sag. No, ma'am. King of Wands. King of Swords. This is violent. Hierophant. You even had the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Two feisty people being together, they're going to act out that energy on each other differently. One person will be like, I ain't going to talk to you today. I ain't saying nothing. The other person like, I ain't going to call you, or I'm not going to even let you know why I'm not calling. Like it's this very weird energy of like not giving a damn. Okay, some of you guys could be married to this person or in a connection. This could be someone you have children with. Okay, so you're bound by this person by a child. But I'm saying if you are dating them, you're being protected from somebody with this kind of energy. You know, I'm not saying that you're your own worst mirror. I'm saying that you guys are very much so alike. And usually what attracts you is kind of like your opposite. You know, you don't want anyone that's going to be fired up. You want someone that's going to be, you know, laid back, confident, and collected. You know, they don't even have to say anything, and you just want to just go over there and touch on them, right? This individual just seems like they ain't got no chill, and that's the complete opposite of what you want. So I'm just going to tell you, I just see like I'm not liking it just based off of what I've seen. And I feel like the universe will let you know that in some kind of way. Okay, there could be a Taurus that you may end up coming across in the future. All right. After the Sag. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Capricorn, Sagittarius dealing with a Capricorn. Let's see what's coming out here for Sagittarius dealing with a Capricorn. I gotta be careful because when I have it this way, I don't like the way that it falls, but I'm gonna take it. I have to have them like this. There we go. Oh yeah, that was correct. Yep. Trust issues. The Capricorn has trust issues. It can go vice versa. It could be you not having trust issues and the Capricorn is responding in not so nice way, but trust issues nonetheless. There is some type of conflicting energy here. Someone isn't consistent. I do see that. Someone is suffering from extreme hurt. Okay, I feel like this is the Capricorn could be. I do feel like you guys are trying to resolve your issues. I see that. This is kind of tough because usually I can call it. That last card was a card that made me say, Because you can tell, even if you didn't have this, you can tell that there's been a war. You can tell that there's been a problem, misunderstanding, miscommunication. You can tell. But this Ten of Swords could be anything. You're talking to them, but are you saying it's better off that we're friends? Or, you know, I appreciate the time we had together. It's time to say goodbye. It's just kind of hard to say what this is. So it's going to be up to you what this conversation is going to be about. But you could feel like the person kind of ruined it. Okay. This Capricorn, you know, may have had some issues, you know, with stability. They definitely will stable out from what I'm seeing. But yeah, I see too much battle. I see too much war here still. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with an Aquarius, a Sagittarius dealing with an Aquarius. Let's see what's coming out here for Sagittarius dealing with an Aquarius. You got the Two of Swords. You know what I mean? Apology time. Apology. So an Aquarius is definitely feeling some sense of remorse. There is someone here, you know, who wants to apologize for something that they've done. You may feel that the Aquarius isn't putting forth a lot of effort in this connection where you guys are together, or if you guys don't talk, like there's a period of like, you know, they're not going to reach out. Okay. But even when they come back in here, they want your attention, but there's still so much that they need to do to grow emotionally. And I feel like it's going to take a while for them to actually really fall for you the way that you want to. So the Two of Swords says, are you willing to wait? Are you willing to be patient? You know, so that's going to be pretty much up to you. But I definitely see them wanting your attention. I do. But the Page of Cups is making me feel like this may take a bit. Now, a little bit of immaturity here. Or maybe it's naivety, but either way, it still will cause problems. Let's get Sagittarius dealing with a Pisces. Sagittarius dealing with a Pisces. Three of Swords. Ace of Swords. I feel like somebody found out something. I feel like the Pisces is hurting about something. I definitely see, you know, you guys talking here. Oh, you guys had this person cares for you. Not very emotionally, like, you know, they don't show it. Very much so. Don't show it. You know, I feel very strong individual, whether they are divine feminine or masculine, very strong individual. They don't like to feel weak or they don't like to feel vulnerable. But it is something about you that they really like. You got this healing energy that they're really liking. So I do feel like there's been some, you know, there could be, if not, there's going to be, you know, some disappointments. Maybe you guys will stop talking to each other for a few days, that type of thing. But I do see them coming back in here, and it could actually end up being pretty decent. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing now. The Pisces, to me, feels like they're focusing more on their health and their work. I feel like some of them could be going to school or they're trying to go to school. But this feels like their job big time, because I'm not sure if this Pisces is feeling confident as far as work-wise or their identity or their public image. It's something about this Pisces that feel like they are needing to go within and kind of find themselves based off of what I see. But I see you guys talking here. Yep. But this is what I have for you here, Sagittarius. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, all the information is going to be down below in the description box. All right. I love you guys, and I will see you back here again later. Bye.